This is my 2004 Toyota Dyna Firetruck. It is a 4-wheel drive, 5-speed manual, turbo diesel Firetruck from Japan. And it has the 2KD Toyota turbo diesel in it. It has been awesome. It only has 7,500 K on it, and it literally drives like it's a brand new truck. Inside is super clean. And on the outside, we have it paired with some nice 31-inch tires. When I first got this truck, it had quite the firefighting apparatus on it on the back. There was a massive ladder rack up there. Racks all on the side for mounting different things. This was all just a bunch of old firefighting stuff. So my first step of it was taking all of the firefighting equipment off of the back of it and getting it more usable for North American life. And once all that was off, I really didn't like how the wheels and tires looked on it. They were tiny. And I went through lots of different iterations of what I was gonna put on this truck. They were 15-inch rims that were super skinny, and I wanted to just do a 15-inch rim that had a really tall tire on it, like a 31 or something. But they don't really exist for tires that are that skinny, so I ended up going with these tires. And they are nice. You'll probably be able to see a little better on these ones. They are a 245 70-17 with some Bridgestone Blizzaks on them. A mud snow tire, just really a good grip. And I really like how the rubber rim combo looked on it. It turned out really well. This back one, it doesn't have any lift. This is the stock height. Stock height on the back. And the front has about an inch and a half on it. The suspension on this truck is a torsion bar setup, so you can get about 2 inches out of it. Really, it does need to be cranked a little bit more. There's a little bit of rubbage, but it's nothing crazy. On trucks I had in the past, this front section there needed a lot of trimming in order to get the wheels and tires to fit. But this one was really nice because it actually had a step that was right here. And so really all I had to do was just unbolt that step. And with that, you got a lot of clearance. It's just a huge issue before. I also cut this door. The wheel well would have kind of come down straight there, and obviously there's quite a bit of interference. So cutting that door made quite the difference. And really, it kind of looks almost stock. You only notice if you really are, if you're really looking for it. So what else about this truck? There was obviously stuff on the front. Some more firefighting emblems I took off and put this custom Toyota badge on it. This is the badge actually off a FJ40, I believe, that has been kind of reworked for this Toyota. Not really period correct, but I like it. I think it's cool. This one has a really sweet tow hook on the front too. On this side here, this is the first truck that I've had that has a dual battery setup, so a 24-volt system. And it's awesome. It just cranks forever. Even when it's really cold out, it just goes and goes and goes. So I kind of want to put 24-volt setups on the rest of my trucks because they're so nice. This truck is a 6-seater. So you got 3 up front if you're really good friends. You could sit someone on that seatbelt if you really wanted to. And then 3 in the back. There's also 3 more seatbelts in the back. This bench also comes up. It gives you a ton of storage space. There's a little clip that holds it up. And you have quite a bit of space in the back here. I believe this is the ECU. For whatever reason, it's back here. And this is actually a rear heater. So you control the temperature on this part right here. It has dual vents. And the blower is controlled up over here. More on the interior of this truck. It only has 7,500 K on it. See down in there? 7538. This is basically a new car. It's a 2004, but it is pretty much new. All of this stuff here is kind of interesting. There was no siren setup on it when I first got it. So all the stuff here doesn't really work. If you click it, you can kind of hear a little siren, but it probably won't be caught on my mic here. This would have been where the sirens were turned on. And it's interesting, this has a dual stereo setup almost, where there's one head unit here that does AM This one that does the sirens and would have been the comms, and then this one that does the tape on it, which is kind of awesome. In here, we've got the old comms for it. Kind of fun. They don't work because there's no speaker on it, obviously. And we got the auction sheet that's saved. So it was a 4 condition and very good. I'll show you the C1 on the back. That's a corrosion. Other than that, it's very clean. The engine access on this truck is kind of fun. You actually have to undo these buckles here, and you lift up the seat, and that's how you get access to it. There's also access if you take off the driver's seat. You can get quite a bit more access. And then the other spot where you get access is actually through the back here, through this little bulge right here. You unbolt all that and pops right off. You got tons of access to work on it. Underneath is very, very clean. Literally brand new. And that is just factory paint on the chassis and on everything. It is pretty much the newest car you can have that's from 2004. That corrosion is this right here. That's the only spot on the whole truck that's not absolutely pristine. Here we got the back of it. And inside these cabinets, I'll show you this side first. These cabinets are kind of interesting because they actually connect to the bottom of the bed there. And they're held open with some little tabs. And so you'd actually slide something all the way through to the end and reach it from here if you wanted it. These shelves are also removable. Lots of flexibility on it. And there's also a ladder right here. If you were to pull this down, get your foot up there, climb up to the top really easily. Really good platform if you're gonna put a tent on it or something. Then in the back here, we've got the old tires. This is a kind of an interesting back where it's only half of the box where you can actually have access to stuff, but back there, like I said, that front has access. You can slide something all the way through. On the back of the bed here, there was a big step. It kind of came out, I don't know, maybe about that far. And so it really affected your departure angle if you're doing any off-roading. Just the tail would just drag. And so I decided just to chop it off, and it's been cut. I left a little step, and it's all reinforced under there. So it's still, you know, very sturdy. But I think it looks a lot better without that step on it too. Last but not least, there originally was a big spotlight here, and it was just a terrible light. It was so dim, and I really wanted to keep it because the wiring is all integrated down into the shaft here. And so what a ripoff that would have been just to chop all of this crap off and you lose all that wiring. So I just put a new LED on it. Nice and bright. Access from that switch there. Hopefully no one turns that on and leaves it and drains my batteries, but I got 2 of them, so it probably won't matter. These trucks are literally just bare bones and made to be worked on and fixed and run for forever. There's guys that regularly have them go to 1 million K or more just from basic maintenance on them. Okay, so we'll do a little cold start here. Coldish start. Blows are off. Fires right up. Let's see if you can hear these. I think it's this one that you can hear. We'll do 30 seconds of off-roading here in first gear with one hand. Here we go. If I can make it through this deep snow. Oh yeah, like it's nothing. Turn my sirens off, seriously. No fire. There's no fire here. Okay, this stuff is pretty deep right here. I got stuck here last week, not in a different car. Let's see if I can still make it through this. Oh yeah, no big deal. So what do you think of this truck? Let me know. This one is gone, but there's more on the way. It's been a really fun project. I'm gonna miss it. Goodbye, Dyna.